Welcome to this explainer. Today we're tackling two beautifully tricky yet incredibly useful modal verbs, may and might. You know, if you've ever found yourself pausing mid-sentence, just kind of wondering which one of these tiny words to use so you sound exactly right, well, you're in the perfect place. We're going to look at talking about permission and possibility. Think about it. We are constantly navigating permission, meaning what we're allowed to do, and possibility, meaning what could happen. Mastering these two concepts gives you some serious control over your everyday communication.
Section 1. Meet may, the polite possibility.
May is your go-to word when you want to ask for or give formal permission, or to talk about a possibility. Think of may as, standing up straight and using your absolute best manners. It's formal, it's deeply polite, and when it comes to predicting the future, it's actually pretty confident.
For example, may I come in, politely asks to enter a room. You may leave now, formally gives someone permission to head out. Or, it may rain this afternoon, confidently predicts the weather based on some dark clouds. See how structured and clear that is? It really leaves zero room for confusion.
Section 2. Meet might, the less certain sibling.
We use might to talk about a possibility that is way less certain. Honestly, if May is wearing a tailored suit, might is wearing comfortable weekend clothes. It's a little more hesitant, a little more shy, and definitely far less sure of the outcome.
These scenarios feel a bit more dreamy, right? We might go to the beach tomorrow. Fingers crossed for that one. She might be at home. We're really just guessing. Or it might snow tonight. Kind of like hoping for a magical snow day. You can literally hear that 50-50 chance built right into the word itself.
Section 3. The Golden Grammar Rule. How to build your sentences perfectly.
The formula here is wonderfully simple. You just take your subject, add may or might, and follow it directly with the base verb. That's it. They may visit us tomorrow. He might call later. No complicated conjugations to memorize here. It's beautifully straightforward.
But wait, there's a super common trap saying she may goes to school with an S at the end of the verb. That's incorrect. You want she may go to school. The absolutely crucial point here is to avoid adding an S to the verb, even when using he, she, or it. Always keep that verb in its simple base form.
Section 4. The showdown. May versus might, side by side. When we compare them directly, the distinction is crystal clear. May is for a more likely possibility or formal permission. Meanwhile, might is reserved for a totally less certain possibility. Deciding which one to use basically boils down to a simple question. How sure am I, or how formal do I need to be?
Let's see that contrast in action. You may use my phone. That's clear, formal permission. I may travel next week. It's quite likely I will. Versus, I might watch a movie tonight. Just a shy possibility. Maybe I will, maybe I'll just go to sleep. They might be late. Again, we really don't know for sure. Alternating between them highlights their unique personalities perfectly.
Section 5. Practice time. Let's test your new skills.
Question 1. Blank, I borrow your pencil? A, may, or B, might? Think about it. If you're politely asking for permission to borrow a pencil from someone, which one do we use? Take a second.
Yay, answer A, may. Because we're specifically asking for formal permission, may is the absolute perfect choice here. Let's move to question 2. It blank rain tomorrow. I'm not sure. A, may, or B, might. Okay, look closely at the clue in that second sentence. The speaker explicitly says they are not sure about the rain. So based on that uncertainty, what's the best fit?
You got it. The answer is B, might. It is the undisputed winner here because the possibility is far less certain. All right, last question, and this is a slightly tricky one about visiting grandma. We, blank, visit grandma this weekend. A, may, or B, might. There are 0 extra context clues this time. What do you think fits best? Surprise! The answer is may, or might. Both are actually entirely correct here. It totally depends on the situation in your own head. If you're pretty sure you're going to visit, you use may. But if it's just kind of this vague idea and you aren't certain yet, use might. Isn't it cool how just swapping that one little word completely changes the hidden meaning of your sentence?
Section 6. Summary. Remember these cute rules.
If you only remember one thing from today's explainer, let it be this. May equals formal permission or a possible event you're pretty sure about. Might equals a possible event with way less certainty. Two small words, two very different levels of confidence.
Great job. You know, getting comfortable with modal verbs is a massive step in sounding natural. But remember, the absolute best way to master this is to practice using may and might in your own sentences, out loud, in your daily conversations. Before we wrap up, I'm leaving you with a final challenge. What is one thing you might do tomorrow and one thing you may ask permission for today? Formulate those two sentences in your head right now to lock in your new grammar superpower. Keep learning, keep practicing, and we'll see you next time.